Alright, you guys, I'm going to be helping you out with number 1 tonight. I'm going to be focusing on the subtraction problems tonight just because subtraction gives you a little bit more difficulty than addition does. So you're going to have to do the addition problems for number 1 on your own, but I will do the subtraction problems. So we will start with g of 1 minus f of 1. So g of x is 2x minus 9, which means that g of 1 is going to be 2 times 1 minus 9. And I'm going to put that in big parentheses because that's our g of 1. F of x is 2x squared minus 4x plus 2, so g of x will be 2 times 1 squared minus 4 times 1 plus 2. Now all we're doing is simplifying these the way they are. We're just going to go through PEMDAS and simplify what's inside of each of these parentheses, and then we'll subtract the whole problem altogether. So 2 times 1 is 2 minus 9, that's what's left inside this parentheses, minus, well, 1 squared is 1, and 1 times 2 is 2, minus 4 times 1 plus 2, and we end up with a negative 7 inside this parenthesis, minus 2 minus 4 is negative 2 plus 2, which is 0, so this gives us a negative 7. All right, so that's what happens when you plug in your value of 1 before we subtract. Now let's talk about subtracting the functions and then plugging in a value with the next example. So with the second example, what I want to do is subtract my functions first and then plug in 0 to my resultant function. The way that I've stacked this is so that our c terms are on top of each other, our b terms are on top of each other, and the a term here would be beneath the a term of our g function if it had an a term. So what we're going to do is be subtracting. The reason that it's important that I put these parentheses that I'm putting here is because this subtraction sign is going to distribute inside of each of these terms in the parentheses. All right, so this negative 9 minus 2 is going to be the same as negative 9 plus negative 2. Negative 9 minus 2, or negative 9 plus negative 2, is negative 11. 2x minus negative 4x is the same as 2x plus positive 4x. 2x plus 4x is positive 6x. And this negative distributes inside of this parentheses here and gives us a negative 2x squared. And now what we're going to call this function is our g minus f of x function. But we want to know what g minus f of 0 is, so now we just have to plug in 0 for x. So g minus f of 0 is going to be negative 2 times 0 squared plus 6 times 0 minus 11. That simplifies to 0 plus 0 minus 11, which equals negative 11. And what we know from class is that if we were to plug in 0 into our g of x function and into our f of x function and then subtract, we would get the same answer. Now that you guys have seen how to do those two, you should be able to do the rest on your own. Good luck tonight. See you tomorrow.